This is the Poco X7. We've been testing the phone for a couple of weeks and it's a little bit underwhelming when it comes to power. Here's why. So we have two reasons for this. One is the weak Wi-Fi signal, and number two is that it has a little bit weak processor. Okay, so the Poco X7 is packed with the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 Ultra. And in its name, it has a higher number because one, it's called the 7300 Ultra with Ultra in its name. So we usually think of it as this has more capability or this will score much higher in terms of performance. But the naming of the processor for this Poco X7 is not really related to its actual power. So the actual power of the 7300 Ultra is a little bit on the weaker side. So we've tested this with casual games, casual FB scrolling, YouTube streaming, and it worked fine. It did not have any issue. But when it comes to live games like Mobile Legends, Call of Duty, or let's say Honor of Kings, okay, this is where the fun starts. Okay, so we've been testing this for Mobile Legends for a couple of days, and yes, it works fine as a start with low to mid quality, which is fine in terms of graphics. But in terms of performance, like when someone or a notification pops up, like let's say a messenger notification pops up in the middle of the game pretty much lags for a few seconds, then comes back. Either it comes back or retry again the connection. Now there are also cases where we have so many users connected to a Wi-Fi that the Poco X7 is having a hard time picking up very nice signals. So this will have some delay on our game, and this will cause us to lose or win the match. And yes, while it may look like that Wi-Fi signals are not that important when it comes to this kind of games. Well, it's pretty much important. It's because that every second counts, and a little bit or a few seconds delay can make or break our victory for the game, the current game. Yes, while the phone may be weak in terms of performance, we can't deny that the Poco X7 really looks very nice. It feels very premium, very luxurious. Plus, it has that slick metal frame with round edges to make it very comfortable holding the phone. Plus, the phone itself is not that heavy at 185 grams. Then we also have the IP68 waterproof, so this should be fine in terms of rainy situations. Now for the display, so we have a Crystal Res AMOLED display that has a much higher peak brightness compared to the Poco X6. So this time, the Poco X7 has a 3000 nits of peak brightness, plus we have that HD display. So this thing is super nice to look at. It has good color accuracy. The viewing on this is just wow. I mean, we can see all the effects, every little detail is just wow. Now when it comes to the camera, so the camera is half and half. So why half and half? So we have a 50 megapixel rear camera which can take very nice shots. Not too saturated, very nice colors. It's got that detail. Plus, it is also very nice in terms of color vibrancy. When it comes to the 16 megapixel rear camera, okay, we have tried taking shots on the selfie camera, and we look like we haven't slept for days. We have so big of an eye bag. We have darker shadows. Then the background is also a little bit yellowish and dark for some reason. But in actual scenario, it doesn't look really it doesn't look like that. But there are times where it depends on how much light we have on our background that we sometimes can take very nice shot on the selfie camera. Now for the battery, so we have a 5110 milliamp battery capacity that pretty much lasts for 6 to 7 hours of usage. So that is pretty decent. And yes, the price for the Poco X7 is $295. So, okay, so the price for this is a little bit high for me. One, because the performance of the Poco X7 is really on the weak side. And every time or someone messages, it lags. So we can't really use it for games unless we can lose for that match or win. It depends. But yes, it causes us delay even a few seconds. But the phone actually looks pretty premium as a everyday casual phone. But in terms of overall, I couldn't really recommend the phone for the price. And we can hold on to our current phone for now, and let's wait for the next phone to arrive, if that will be a better one, because this one right now is a little bit of a weak phone.